Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. Now we're here to do another video. So I got 60 subscribers. Thank you guys. You guys really make me happy. Yeah, I'm pretty proud to have all 60 subscribers. Now I just need one subscriber who can make 61. Anyways, we're here to discuss the 4 episodes that were released after school for season 5 in the Loud House. The Boss Maybe, Family Bonding, Strife at the Party, and Kernel of Truth. So, with tons of not enough of the rambling, let's get into the video. So, let's discuss about The Boss Maybe. And how was the episode? Well, I'll just go bit by bit, just like my other reviews. I won't just point out the good things next to bad things. I'll just go really in depth with the video, and that's it. I'll go first with The Boss Maybe. So The Boss Maybe begins with Leni having a good time at her job. She's pretty much being a good employee. She pretty much does good things to Cheryl and Scoots and a bunch of other people. So Mrs. Carmichael, isn't really that obvious because that's pretty much the last name of Chloe Carmichael from season 10 of the Fairly Odd Parents. Yeah, a terrible season. Yeah, good thing I no longer watch the show anymore since the show is already done. Anyways, let's continue back with the episode. So she calls her, and next Miguel and Fiona are there as friends. So they're pretty much Leni's employee of the month. Yes. Yes, considering Leader Direct was a really good episode about Leni and her job, this actually made more sense than I realized because Leni, of course, is a really good manager, good worker, and a good friend, good at everything. Yeah, that's why she's my favorite Loud sister. Though yes, she's dumb. Yes, she has some dumb moments, but she has some interests and passions, which makes her a better character than she already is. Then now since she's employed of the month, Rhea picks her up and next announces that she's employed of the month, and it's revealed that Lynn Sr. and her are going catering, so she has to babysit the siblings, and Leni is pretty much worried if she's a good babysitter or not. And next, they go home. Lindsay and Rita leave the house, and next the chaos begins. Because of course, the Loud House is a chaotic show. Lola and Lynn are fighting over $1. I actually think that Lola and Lana would be better fight than Lola and Lynn. So yeah, they fight over $1. Next, Lenny's like, "Can you stop fighting?" They look at each other. Next, they still keep fighting. And next, Lana comes in. With a smelly smell. For some reason, when I saw the episode, I thought it was Lily, with a poopy diaper. But actually, no, it's actually Lana. Yeah, I have a weird thing in my head about the things that actually happen in my head, and actually in real life that actually doesn't happen. So Lana comes in with a skunky smell because actually she got sprayed by a skunk. So yeah, Lucy comes in, brings out fake blood, and next Leni gets terrified of this, and next she freezes. Okay, not really freezes like how Lincoln was there in school before he went there to Canada. I mean, when he went there to Canada before the song, just kind of freezes, kind of like the opening of the Krusty Sponge from SpongeBob. Yeah, if a SpongeBob fan knows about this part, then yeah. If a Lana's fan and a SpongeBob fan actually saw this episode and next saw that part, yeah, I think they had flashbacks to the Krusty Sponge from season 5. So yeah, Lola snaps at Leni if she's alright. And next Lola's like, if Lori was here, then she would fix this issue in 5 seconds. And next, yeah, Leni gets the idea of Lori. Lori's about to swing a golf ball, but she swings around because Leni is calling her. Lori's like, tell me the issue, Leni. And then, yeah, she pretty much cuts the $1 in half of Lola and Lynn. Yeah, this joke is similar to how Lincoln there in A Tale of Tables, where he pretty much slices $1 into 2. And next, yeah, I think this joke is a little better because with Lola's line, "That's not how money works." Yeah, she's a pretty much hilarious girl. Anyways, She pretty much fixes Lana's issue with the dumping some tomato juice. She help helps out the other siblings, and next, yeah, she's exhausted. And then she's like, Is it time to sleep?" And then Luna comes in and tells Leni that Luann kicked her out and turned the whole room into a comedy club. Luann makes some dumb puns. Benny and Flip pretty much laugh at it. Yeah, Benny and Flip actually made an appearance. I know people are probably mad at Benny appearing in this episode because they pretty much don't like Benny. But I think, for me, he's a pretty okay character. He's not good or bad. He's an average love interest for Luann. Since Leni's now on over her head, Lucy grabs Leni's phone and next hands it out to her. She calls Lori. She's at the library. And next, she answers Leni's question. The rest of her colleagues or classmates are like, shh. Yeah, to be honest, I think Lori should have called outside. Yeah. So, yes, Leni dressed up as a firefighter. She pretends that there's a fire outbreak, and next, they had to all leave. And next, she shuts Luann's comedy club down. And she's now fine. Next, Lincoln and Clyde come in next. They're planning to watch a movie, and they're asking Leni if they're allowed to. Lucy's like, isn't that the creepiest movie ever? Of course, yeah, to be honest, there's much creepier movies out there like Child's Play or the Conjuring films, yeah. So, yes, Lincoln and Clyde are pretty much okay with this. Leni freezes again, calls Lori in class, and next the teacher scolds Lori and asks her to hand the phone to him. And Lori's like, if someone named Bobby calls, give the phone back to me. Pretty unsurprising joke. Leni is now overhead. She screams, and next, Mr. Grouse comes in. To be honest, I think Mr. Grouse is probably when the episode was pretty much better. Because for the first time, I give this episode a 7. Now, when Mr. Grouse came into the plot, it somehow for me got better because I think he's pretty hilarious. So yeah, his reaction to when he hears the louds being noisy and stuff, it's pretty funny. So he helped out Leni with the Wi-Fi because, of course, he has the IT job, reference to job and security, and roadie to nowhere. So he decides to sleep. Leni's now an overhead because more bad stuff happens. Luann gets kicked out because Luna's throwing a music club. Lynn, for some reason, brings tons of sand so she can practice volleyball. Yeah, I have another video coming up about Lynn, if she likes golf or not. Yeah, I think that might be an interesting video on the line. Yeah, that probably might be soon. And P.S. that video will not be released after when this video comes out in YouTube. So yes, Leni's over her head, and next she pretty much just screams, not outside but inside the house. She gets a call from Miguel and Fiona, so they decide to give Leni some tips on how to babysit everyone. So yeah, she pretends the whole house is a shop. So she pretends that her siblings are shoppers. She helps out them by now giving $5 to Lynn and $5 to Lola. Helps out Lincoln and Clyde with their scariness because they're pretty much scared of the movie. Yeah, pretty much a big reference to the price of admission, except this time it's with Clyde now, and this time it's both with Lincoln and Clyde. So Leni tells a story to Lincoln and Clyde even though they're 12. So yeah, she helps out. So she shuts down Luann and Luna's room because they're now because of the clubs coming in, and she dumps the sand back to the truck, and the truck moves away, and she stops the chaos, and next she's like, a job well done. And then Lindsay and Rita come in, and next Mr. Grouse comes out of the hole that Lisa's experiment happened. Yeah, Mr. Grouse comes out, and next Lindsay and Rita are pretty much looking at Leni. And Leni is having a happy look in her face, kind of like SpongeBob and the Merman and Barnacle Boy 2. So that's the boss maybe. And pretty much this episode is 11 minutes long, and how was this episode? Is it better than Schooled? Is it probably gonna be the best out of the 4 episodes? Well, for the first half, I give it a 7. The second half, I give it a 9. So yes, this one gets an 8 out of 10. Yeah, I can't give it a 7 because, of course, the second half. I can't give this episode a 9 because the first half is pretty more on cameos than everything else. But an 8 is still a good score, right? Yeah. Is this episode better than Tripped? Yeah, it's better, but yeah, I rather sit through this episode more than Tripped because at least it has better jokes than that episode. I give credit to that episode for trying new jokes, but for me that episode failed a little bit in the comedy department because most of the episodes pretty much running gags. So yeah, the boss maybe 8 out of 10. That's all I can say about this episode. To be honest, when I saw the plot there in Lana's encyclopedia, I was like, what is this episode? I don't get the plot. I don't get the title of it. Is it gonna be something relating to Leni and her job or something? But actually, no, it's actually about Leni being the babysitter in the house and replacing Lori as the family babysitter. So yeah. And P.S. fun fact, this episode parodies the title of The Boss Baby, which is a movie I'd rather forget than actually remember. So let's move on to family bonding. The second episode of the row. Yeah, now it's 11 minutes long, this video. So anyways, this episode begins with Lincoln pretty much looking at Lola. He's about to get something from her, and next she attacks him. And next Lynn comes in, and next informs the family that there's new neighbors coming in. They all go there. Luann makes some terrible puns at the neighbors. Rita sprays it with an actual spray, and yet everyone's pretty much bothered by it. To be honest, this joke wasn't funny to begin with. I know a lot of people probably find this part funny, but for me, I thought this part was And P.S. This episode repeats the gag again at the very end of the episode. Yeah, I didn't really like the gag that much. And yeah, the parents talk to the neighbors. They give them a cherry pie. They're acting awkward at the cherry pie. And the next day, at nighttime, Lincoln's brushing his teeth. He sees that the neighbors are pretty much acting pretty weird. And then he's like, maybe they're spies. So Lincoln comes in and tells everyone that the neighbors are spies. Everyone pretty much are like, Lincoln, you pretty much did this a few times with Clyde. So we get a whole flashback to when Lincoln and Clyde are pretty much spying on other neighbors that moved to Royal Woods. I wonder if they actually spied on Mr. Grouse when he first came to Royal Woods and actually became a neighbor of the Louds. And this is actually a big continuity error. During future tense, they didn't spy on any neighbors. Yeah, at all. So this episode actually has a big continuity error. Yeah, same thing with predictability, with Clyde pretty much acting pretty overprotectively Lincoln, even though he actually wanted his dads to be less protective of him during No Way Down. Well, I guess Lana doesn't really know about doesn't really care about what happened in the other episode and what'll happen now in this episode. Yeah. So yeah, this episode plays out like a Goosebumps book or an episode. Yeah, the kids are mainly thinking that their neighbors or people are acting weird. They're probably aliens or ghosts. And yeah, that's pretty much this episode. It's like a Goosebumps book, but less scary and more on mystery. Now for Goosebumps, it's more on horror and mystery. For this one, it's comedy and mystery. So yeah, just take out the horror and add with the comedy. Yeah. So Lincoln and Clyde spy on the neighbors during the daytime. They spied the husband first. He's reading books about suspense. And the tall guy from the Right Stuff returns. Well done, Ladas. Yeah, well done. Bring back old characters for this episode. Back old characters for season 5. I wonder if they actually do this again with Darcy and a bunch of other characters that were pretty much only appeared in one episode or probably just made a cameo and that's it. Yeah, just use them for a full-length episode, kind of like what Carol did in Senior Moment in season 4. So they spy on the kid. Lincoln has a I forgot what it's called, but kind of scanner or a microchip. He adds it to a pizza, pretending it's pepperoni. He accidentally hits the kid, and X swipes the kid's pizza, and X trades his pizza without the kid knowing. So Lincoln's pizza is pretty much the recorder of every time the kid talks to someone. He talked to Lynn, and X they're having this chatting, and next Lincoln and Clyde hear that the kid said that they're having garbage day, and they're like, wait, Clyde, garbage day isn't to Tuesday. And next, yeah, they think that he's dumb or probably a spy. Leah makes a cameo. Again, I don't really think he actually needs to be in this episode, just like Wheel and Deal and Snoop's on. He's a pretty unnecessary character. Yeah, out of all the Lincoln's friends, I think Liam, besides Clyde, appears most in episodes where the gang is not focused. I mean, they might have Liam randomly appear in one episode. Yeah, I thought Stella would be that character, but they unfortunately gave it to Liam, and I like Liam, but not really as much as Stella. So they spy on the woman. She's ordering a Flippy, and Flip tells her, "I recommend you having a cherry one in your Flippy." She's like, "I hate cherries." Lincoln and Clyde are like, "That's weird. Why does she like cherries?" So their June remote breaks, and next day is having a chaos in Flip's place. Flip gets a broom, and next about his at Lincoln and Clyde. A pretty funny, like say comeuppance after entering for the worst, and of course the drone just gets rid of Flip's mustache and hair. And next he's like, "Why do I feel like I'm naked?" And next, they gather all the evidence, and this is probably the best part in the episode. The music, the music during this part where they're pretty much thinking is amazing. I love the music where they're pretty much thinking that the neighbors are spies or not. They gather evidence and stuff. They think to their heads. And then, Lincoln has a plan to throw a barbecue party, and the neighbors are staying there. Lincoln and Clyde secretly do it without Lynn Sr. and the others knowing. So Clyde is sitting there in a little bush. Lincoln and Charles go in. Charles opens the door for Lincoln. Lincoln gets inside, and he pretty much spies on the neighbor without the neighbor actually figuring out. Lola comes in and next attacks Clyde, and next tells everyone with the microphone that Lincoln is there in the neighbor's house. To be honest, out of all the 4 episodes, this is probably Lola's worst appearance. She's pretty bad here. I didn't like her jokes at all. She's pretty unfunny in this one. Even though how improved she got in seasons 2 and 3 and 4, it's pretty bad that she wasn't very good in this, and family bonding and schooled. I think she might get better in the next episode. We'll have to see. The family comes in. They get mad at Lincoln, and Lincoln tells the truth. The family is laughing. Not Lincoln's family, I meant the neighbors. And he tells them that they're actually other people. That the whole thing that Lincoln was actually looking at was actually not a thing that to deactivate that Royal Woods. It was actually a weather machine. Lincoln says sorry. Lincoln's walkie-talkie hits a button and reveals that they're actually destroying Royal Woods export cherries. It's actually pretty good hinted at there in one part in the episode where the lady actually hates cherries. So it's revealed they're spies. This is probably my breaking point. I hate when Lana's just jumping the shark moments. I mean, we had a full episode that has feels like a Fairly Odd Parents episode. Schooled. That episode has so many jumping the shark moments. The other episodes did that as well. They have the chore. They have the creepy monster from Chore and Peace. We have what else? The puppets moving in Luann and Benny's episode, Stage Flight and the Pimple Plan. And a bunch of others like the Time Travel and the Mad Scientist from season 3. I can't believe Lada's is not jumping the shark just to I can't say the word, but I forgot what it is, but yeah, it's pretty bad that Lana's now doing this. Yeah, I wish they would stay more to slice of life, but now they're now no longer hitting the slice of life. They're now hitting random stuff like time travel. Is it really that good for this show? Lincoln fights the family. He shuts off the button. They're all happy of Lincoln. The family's like, you may have thwarted us, but we're still gonna destroy the cherries. And next, Lindsay is about to report to the FBI, but they get a peach, and next they disappear. Like a magician. Yeah, when he disappears, a rabbit inside his hat. Yeah, that's the same thing with how the neighbors disappear. Yeah, the reporter from Scales of Justice and Tough Cookies returns and next reports that the family of spies was thwarted thanks to these wonderful two kids. The Love family comes in and next decide to be in the news. Rita sprays them again. Yeah, I told you that wasn't a funny joke. And why does it actually need to be brought back again? They apologize to Lincoln and next Lynn comes in. She says there's new neighbors. Rita and Lincoln have a deal, so Lincoln goes to the house first to see if they're spies or not, or monsters or aliens. So he does a little cry moves and falls down, and that's the end of the episode. So yeah, I think this episode's a pretty unfortunate downfall from The Boss Maybe. As much as I love The Boss Maybe, I want to love this episode too, but I can't. I got to give it 7.4 out of 10. Yeah, 7.4 out of 10. I think this one might be the worst of the week. I don't know. Who knows? There might be worse episodes in this week of episodes. But yeah, I think for now, this is probably the worst. But is it as bad? Would I rather watch this in House of Lies than The Last Thanksgiving? Yes. I'd rather watch this one than those episodes because at least this episode has some good jokes and this episode's have a good plot, but unfortunately a bit disappointing even though they're good episodes. 7.4 out of 10. Good episode, not great. That's all I can say. Let's move on to Strife of the Party. Yeah, the second to last episode of the week. Yeah. So this episode stars Lola and Lana. So yes, Lana comes in and next she ruins Lola's plans. And next it's revealed that they're having their birthday. And next Lana wants to host the party because Lola always throws the parties every time their birthday comes. Because mainly Lola's into good stuff while Lana's into bad stuff. Not bad stuff really, like committing, robbing a bank. I meant disgusting stuff, like what Lana likes. So yes, she's pretty much laughing, but not really laughing. She's kind of fake laughing about this thing. And next, yeah, Lana's like, it's true, I want to throw the party, so it's my turn. So Lola fakes saying yes. And next, they go to the party store. Lola stops Lana from entering the store, thinking they're saying that there might be thieves. She tells the employees to get rid of anything that's poopy, disgusting, or anything. But they forgot to get rid of the trash. Lana finds the trash. She uses actually that for a party stuff. So after that, we got to flip. Next, Lana wants a bull to be in the party. Yeah, why would Lana want a bull? I know that she's interested in disgusting stuff, but yeah, I think they pretty much got the limit way too far. Lola's just grossed out by this. We get the scene in the promo where they're getting a cake. Lola shows Lana some good cakes. Lana wants a bad cake. Not a bad cake that's disgusting. I meant a bad cake, like a mud cake, yeah. Yeah, the mud falls into Lola, and next, she's pretty much, wants to thwart Lana's plans. So she decides to, thwart their plans. So yeah, we cut there to Lana. She's coming in and saying it's their birthday. Yeah, she brings Lola to the place, and it's ruined. Everything, the bowl, the cake, it's all gone. Yeah, and the garbage guy is like, well, here's young. I forgot what he said, but he pretty much said Lola's name, and next, which indicates Lana to think it was actually Lola who thwarted her plans. Lana gets angry. She cries a bit. Yeah, pretty much one of the first times Lana actually cries besides the greenhouse or school where Lori is about to move to college. So yeah, she escapes and next she's angry at Lola. And next she decides to help out Lana by bring all the disgusting stuff and throw a party that's so disgusting Lana would love it. So yeah, that's the end of the episode. Lana appreciates what Lola did. How was this episode? It's pretty good. 8.5 out of 10. I'd rather watch this than The Boss Baby, and who knows, this might be the best episode of the week. We gotta wait till Kernel of Truth. The next, I'll tell you what's my favorite and my least favorite. Now let's move on to Kernel of Truth. To be honest, when I saw the title, I never knew what the episode's about. Maybe an episode about Charles, because it says Kernel, and when I found out, oh, Kernel means popcorn, and Kennel means doghouse, so yes, I kind of got that wrong, the title wrong. So, Lincoln and his friends are open up the episode by wanting to go to a game room, which Rusty's cousin says that there's a game room in their school, in Rusty's school. So they can't open the door. So Stella finds a door to a new, like say, room in middle school, and revealed that it's actually a news team room. Rusty, for some reason, falls in love with Zach's mom. Yeah, I'm pretty much sick of Rusty's jokes about him loving or saying in love with a person besides someone his age. Zach gets really grossed out by this, the fact that Rusty is actually falling in love with his own mom. Not his mom, Zach's mom, yeah. When she was in middle school around 1982. Yeah, that's what it says there in the poster that Rusty got. And next, they find an old news camera and tons of other ancient stuff. So they plan to throw a news team. And next, this is actually the first time Stella says her last name. What, you know what's her last name? Zhao. Yeah, that's her last name. Stella Zhao. When it was released, there as the opening for... When it says there in the sneak peek, it says Zoo instead of Zhao for some reason. So yes, Rusty is still in love with Zach's mom for some reason, and Zach rips off the paper. They report to Principal Ramirez, but she's with someone. They talk to Meryl, Cheryl's sister, who returned back from school. And next, they talk with Principal Ramirez. And next, they said that they canceled the news team because, according to the newspaper, it says it's a punishment worse than detention. And nobody watched it. It's terrible news. So Lincoln and his friends decide to tell her that they want to throw a news team. And next, she's like, fine. They throw the first episode, and Mr. Bullhoffner makes a cameo and her appearance again from school. And Stella got his age wrong for his birthday. He's actually 34. Stella thought he's 62. So yeah, that's the end of the first episode. When Rusty got hit by a ball. So yes, Principal Ramirez says that everyone hated your first episode. It's misleading. It's supposed to be an action news team, but there was no action. There was no news besides Mr. Bullhoffner's birthday. And yeah, no one found it interesting besides Mr. Bullhoffner. They are like, can we give another chance, please? So yeah, she gives them another chance. They now do their action news team pose, which is actually in the title card. I can't do the post now because I'm only one guy. So they're pretty much thinking what their news will be. And next, yeah, they found out there's missing popcorn in the school. So they decide to... That's the new report. Finding the missing popcorn. So they search through everything in school. So they check out in the morning and see the dock of popcorn. And the person looks like Cheryl or Meryl, yeah. So the next day, they show Principal Ramirez the news. She's pretty much excited about this. And next, yeah, finally, the next episode's finally good again. And next, they're pretty much about to solve the mystery. The next day, they search again. And next, Zach is disguised as a bush. Everyone gets freaked out by him. They realize that the guy was not there yet. Next, the employee from the popcorn place runs away because of Lincoln and his friends running. And it's actually revealed that he's running because there's a bush behind. And the guy, I think, went to India. Yeah, I think that's what he said. So they decide to put the popcorn inside the bag. And they follow the guy. He's on the way to Canada at nighttime. Next day, they decide to research more, and they decide to go to their room. And next, Stella opens it up using the callback there to It's a Thwart Times Lada's, where Leni opened the door. And it's revealed it's Meryl. Yeah, it's actually foreshadowed in the beginning episode where she's actually watching her show. So the kids feel sympathetic about this, and next they're like, we'll never do it again, Meryl. And next she's happy about this, and they're now like, what will be our new news? Meryl got the idea. They showed the new game room in the school. We get a cameo from one of the people there in Middleman. And the principal, Ramirez, is pretty much proud of them. And then, yes, Meryl's happy about this. And next, she gives credit to the kids for not airing the fact that she was the culprit the entire time. And next, yeah, Rusty reports on other news. And next, they do the action news team post, but they destroy something. That's it. That's the end of the episode. How's the Kernel of Truth? I think it's a good episode. Yeah, that's probably the best out of the 4 episodes. 10 out of 10. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good mystery episode. Pretty underrated. I think people should love this episode more than they actually do. So yeah, I give this episode a 10 out of 10. Better than Tales of Woe for me. I think it's the best season 5 episode by far. Ghosted is about to premiere, I think, next month. I don't know. But that's all I can say about Ghosted. So yeah, that's now let's rank the episodes. Last place, Family Bonding. Third place, The Boss Maybe. Second place, Strife the Party. 1, Kernel of Truth. That's my ranking of the 4 episodes. Really good week. I think it's the best week of Lada's by far. So yeah, my rating for this week is an 8 out of 10. Pretty good week. Though one is close to being meh, I can say that these 4 episodes are certainly 4 episodes I'd rather rewatch again than Schooled. Yeah, definitely better than Schooled in my opinion. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Thanks for 60 subscribers. Yeah, I give a shout out to everyone who subscribed to my channel. And see ya. Have a good day, everyone. And thanks for 60 subscribers. And my ranking for the vacation episodes will come out soon. Maybe after this video is released. Bye-bye, guys.